Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have two types of rambutan which you can find on the island of Java. That's not a lot when we consider that on the island of Kalimantan, in the best cases I was able to find like 10 different types, I say types of Nephelium, very carefully types of Nephelium. Nephelium is the genus in which are also the rambutans. About 10 different types of Nephelium, different species, different varieties and different types in one day on the markets. But Kalimantan is special with all the jungle and the Dayak who forage fruits from the jungle. Here in Java we have those two varieties. This I would say you could call the normal rambutan, Nephelium lappaceum. This is the Rambutan Rapiah, which is also most probably Nephelium lappaceum. It's not different enough for me to consider it a different species. When I tried to find out what it is, a lot of sites in Indonesian which are trying to sell it. One in English which says, well, the Rapiah has a sweet and legit taste. The flesh does not stick to the seed, and it has little water. Does this mean it's very juicy or it's not so juicy? Also, I saw people selling this thing at the beginning everywhere pretty much unripe, and I thought, oh, those are just small undeveloped rambutans. Only when I saw both varieties next to one another I noticed that those are not just the young fruits but something different. Let's see, why do they sell this unripe? I mean, if they sell those things, then they should actually be good enough to eat. Well, it is a bit sweet. Yeah, I would say it's edible, but not perfect. Now let's try a yellow one, a half-ripe one. Yeah, also thin skin like a rambutan, short hairs. However, that might be due to the fact that I broke them off, because this one has longer hair. So the half-ripe one. Sweet, well, not really 100% free stone, but also not really clean stone, some mixture. Now let's try one of the few pale red fruits we have here. Almost as red as the normal rambutan, I'd say. Looks a little bit more ripe. Taste a bit more sweet, but not excessively so. Let's try again one of the green ones. Yeah, it's edible, but still I prefer the ripe one. Now let's compare it to the normal rambutan. Well, they are mostly ripe fruits and a couple half-ripe ones here, by the way. Here you can see they put a couple leaves into the bundle to show that the fruits are fresh. And as you can see, they are not fresh anymore. Okay, now let's try the half-ripe rambutan. We don't have the half-ripe normal rambutan. We don't have green ones on that bunch. Those here are old, but still a lot of them are green. More sour, more juicy. Also mostly a free stone, not 100%, but mostly. This one was maybe a little bit sweeter, but now let's try a ripe one, a ripe normal rambutan. A bit more sour, a bit more juicy, but not very sour or very juicy. They are much more sour and much more juicier rambutans. Let's try one of the rafias again. Yeah, a bit crunchy, a bit sweeter. Cannot decide which one I like best. Both are okay rambutans. They are not great rambutans, but I see why they have those two varieties. Yes, this one is crunchy and a bit more sweet. This one is not crunchy and a bit more sour. Makes sense to have those two varieties. Well, they could have also a really sour one, for example, for cooking, or a really juicy one for people who like really juicy ones. Some of the best rambutans I've ever had were very juicy, very sour, and very sweet at the same time. But yeah, I get why they have this raffia. So folks, this was the raffia rambutan compared to a normal rambutan here in Java. Please tell me if you have experience with raffia or with other interesting rambutan varieties. Apart from that, stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful and incredibly fruit-rich island of Java. And if you want to receive more such content, it's not enough to just subscribe to my channel, because YouTube kinda stopped recommending my videos. But you should also press the little bell icon to be notified of new uploads.